From my experience, art isn't something that you find. It's something that finds you, and in the simplest things. It begins as a spark, a pull you can't explain, but you know it's there. And when you lean in, when you give yourself to it, you start to uncover something deeper. This isn't just about carving wood. It's about carving away everything that isn't meant to be there, until only the truth remains. Each piece, each moment is a discovery, and every creation brings me closer to something real, something that feels like home. Here in the workshop, there's a reverence to the craft. No shortcuts, no frills, just wood, raw and unfiltered. Each piece has its own story waiting to be told. This isn't about followers or fame. It's about making something lasting, something true. This is my office, this is my studio, this is my workshop, this is my sometimes bedroom. There's been many times when I've had to, pull all-nighters out here. This is where I'm the happiest. My workshop is my safe haven. It's a place that I can go, I can put on the music that I love, I can get lost in everything that I'm doing, focus in on my piece, and there's no distraction. I don't have anything going on inside my head outside of exactly what I'm looking at and working on. The parts of the process that I love the most is I get taken just to a different place. I almost feel like I'm in a dream state when I'm working on these things, just because I get so micro-focused that nothing else matters around me. I developed my process. It became more of an art than just traditional woodworking. The uniqueness of what I was doing was kind of fulfilling this niche. Sneakers, pop culture, all those different things was what I was passionate about, and I saw that when I did those first few pieces, it really resonated with those people. The feedback that I got really gave me that motivation to say this could be something that I could actually make a living with. The real reaction comes when they say, wait, you didn't paint that or stain that? That's when they really go, holy shit. The reason really is when I did my first piece, I had a bunch of wood that represented the colors in that shoe. For me, it was more of a challenge to have to go online and look up what woods exist in this color. From there, I think I realized that that's what made my work unique. To me, there's no other way to go about achieving what I want to achieve if I'm not going to take the time to get things exactly the way I want them. Every single piece that I do, if it's not going to get that reaction that I'm looking for, that that wow factor, and I don't want to do it. Sometimes in life you think that the things happening around you are an accident. It's only when you look back, when you notice that every turn, every choice was part of a bigger design. What seemed like a small step, a chance decision, turned into a path. I spent 28 years in the corporate world, so as most do, you kind of like start out in a small cubicle, you know, kind of stuffy, and didn't have a real creative feel, and you know, I didn't feel any purpose. I just felt like I was a link in the, you know, in the wheel. To be honest, I was depressed. I was in a rut, and to find something that, you know, I could put my heart and soul into and get that, you know, that fulfillment of joy and a sense of accomplishment. It gave me purpose again. I was wearing suit and tie at one point to now putting on overalls or workwear. You know, it's just such a different lifestyle and a different world. At times they're like, you're obsessed. Like I will literally, this whole time that we've been doing this interview, all I can think about is I swear to God, like I'll be up tomorrow morning before we do anything working on that. I mean, there's times when I can't sleep just because I'm so excited about it. Yeah, I would definitely say that I have an obsession. It's a tough thing because I didn't have a blueprint. I didn't have, you know, YouTube videos that would show me how to achieve and accomplish this type of art. It was something that was coming from my head. So I had to, like, you know, I had to literally almost develop my own tools sometimes to achieve what I wanted to achieve. One of the things that I think resonates with most people with my work is that, you know, it looks so real. You know, I've been able to get to a point within my craft that I can mimic things, you know, using different techniques with the wood to get to a point where, you know, it can be difficult to tell the difference between, you know, the real thing and the piece that I've created out of wood. 6 feet away, I listen to my daddy talk about the 6 P's, trick please. And that's like the biggest compliment to me. It's like, that's my goal. That's my goal, is to have people think that it's real. Got my game as a youngin' elementary, skills elementary. The work that I create is a reflection of the things that I love: sports and sneakers and pop culture, fashion. I love the fact that my art resonates with people that have similar interests as I do. I've lived my whole life, you know, in Rochester, New York, you know, 5 hours from the biggest, most influential city in the world. You know, my work ended up getting some attention from a lot of people in New York City, and I just found that going there, I would come back just completely inspired. Just everything that's there, it's so vibrant. There's so much creativity there. Getting that inspiration is huge in what I do. I try to really leverage that and you know, utilize that in what I'm creating. Rochester is the complete opposite of New York City. You know, you go there and everything is vibrant and hustling, and there's huge buildings and everything's just over, you know, exaggerated. Whereas when I come back to Rochester, you know, the trees replace the buildings, the peace and you know, quiet that you get here is just something that enables me to focus, just have that peace of mind that I need to to do the work that takes so much patience. I didn't set out to be seen, but the world has its own way of finding you when you're on the right path. You never know when lightning's going to strike. People I'd only watched from afar started connecting with what I was creating. Suddenly, this thing I'd found for myself was reaching others, speaking in ways I'd never expected. It had a soul of its own. Right when I got done with the first Kobe piece, it was Pau Gasol who had seen the work on a post that my friend had put up, and he is the first person to purchase a piece of my art. It was a life-changing moment for me in terms of my, I think, confidence. It was one of those things where you sit and you just watch the comments just flowing in, and you see the numbers, and I never thought that I would get that type of a reaction from that large of a group of people. Growing up a huge sports fan, specifically basketball, that first piece, being owned by Pau Gasol, has led to multiple NBA commissions, which is amazing to me, from the likes of Michael Jordan, Kevin Durant, Jordan Poole, PJ Tucker, Duncan Robinson.
Oh, you did a one! Yo, I seen you alive, bro! Oh, man!
It still is hard for me to believe that the heroes, the guys that I, chose to watch and idolize, own my work. Yeah, I put my heart and soul into everything, but the end goal wasn't to do this for a living. I never even dreamed I didn't even dream that. So when it happened, it was like, I can't believe this is happening to me. I really feel like I'm living a dream. I hope that people take away, at the end of the day from my work is the amount of passion that I put into it. Handing that piece or showing that piece to somebody for the first time, seeing the reaction and the joy that it brings them, I think is extremely rewarding. I want to be known for, somebody that just cares about people, enjoys creating for the sake of bringing joy to others. I think there's not too many people that can say in their life that they've found something that completely fulfills them and makes them undeniably happy. It's never too late. It's never too late. This journey, it's more than art, more than wood shaped by my hands. It's a return to something pure. Every cut, every grain speaks of legacy, something timeless and rooted. Piece by piece, I'm carving something that will outlast me, something honest, something real.